Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm just in here in the garage because it's raining like mad outside as usual. Uh, I wanted to say thank you all. As you can see right here, I finally made enough for a payout. It's not enough for my concept build, but it might be enough to get this old Yamaha running for my neighbor here. All I really need is the oil change and the gaskets and whatever you call that little piece that goes in here. New plugs. I have to do some rewiring because I don't know what the heck's going on with this seat. Check this out. Just kind of sitting there like that. Yeah, so I'll pad up the seat and everything. Let's pull this tank off here. Ugh. How's this one set in? Okay. Let's set you over there. Not sure what all's good and bad or missing on this yet. It's a pretty big mess. There's a lot of parts in this little coffee container. Fortunately, it turns over really nice. But I showed you these plugs before. That's pretty nasty. Yeah, there's no way this thing could have fired with those, so hopefully that was the main problem. But now, of course, I'll have to take the carb off and clean it. That's not a big deal. Cleaning carbs is pretty easy on these things. I never quite got the concept of these cafe racer builds and all that. But then again, I like girls, so I like to have a passenger seat. That's why I like the old cruisers. That's going to be my niche market right there. I mean, sure I can convert anything, but that's going to be what I'm going after. I definitely want to build one for myself anyway. As soon as I get enough money. You guys watching these videos, that's great. It's helping. Collecting cans with all them shorts. I mean, I know it's kind of annoying. I kept repeating them over and over again, but you got to do what you got to do. There isn't much going on right now. Light just went out. Whew. Oh, that's cool. Don't worry, I unplug it and turn the switch off, so it's not dangerous. Have to get another battery for this little thing too. There's Dee's bicycle. That's why I sold the battery off of for that scooter. Got to get some disc brakes to put on there. But anyway, yeah. Get this thing to fire up. Unfortunately, it don't have a title, and it's the neighbor's bike, but I'll get it running for him. Check this out, man. This is some, I don't know, steampunk Mad Max stuff going on here. It's actually kind of cool. It's one thing about these old Viragos. The engine is basically the frame support. You don't have a frame, a front frame here. So this would be a lot easier to convert, actually. Just make a rack that bolts up. I've never done a Virago, but I don't see much difference since I have to reconfigure the frame usually on the Hondas and the Kawasaki's anyway. So just have one. Actually, yeah. Just make a bolt-on system right there. After I get this running, I might pop it off and give that a shot. Unfortunately, with the battery and the motor I want to get, US made, of course, it's going to cost about almost $4,000 just for that system itself, and that's without the wiring and other components. So all in all, a build will cost right around $5 grand, $5,500. Because of course, when you get old used bikes, you want to replace the tires and the brakes and all that good stuff. Probably the bulbs. I know I'll redo the wiring on all of them, because if you've ever taken the headlight out of a motorcycle, especially a cruiser, it's just this big ball of mess of wire. If you got to replace the headlight, it's hard to put them back in. I hate that. There's no reason for it. Never quite understood that. Anyway, yeah. So when I get that payout at the end of the month, get this thing running and see what I can do from there. Wait, what is that, a crack? Oh no, it's just dirt. Okay. That was scary. Alright. Yeah. So I should have this running by the first next month. Of course, I'll pop that up once I start putting it together. Well, I really want to get that proof of concept bike built. So I need about $5,500 at least. I'd like to get closer to 10 grand, because then I could experiment a little bit. Maybe get a little more out than what I'm even considering. But we'll see. The only guarantee I could give right now for the performance on it would be, I know it could go over 80 miles an hour. I know for a fact it could go over 80 miles. I know for a fact you could go 80 miles at 80 miles an hour. But other than that, I couldn't tell you without getting one put together and taking it for a run. So keep watching and sharing these videos. We'll get there. All right, that's it for now. You can feel free to purchase some items from below or make a donation here at my Cash App. Thank you.